Can somebody tell me why these chicken wings $30.80 for 10 of them? I might as well go to a restaurant and purchase them already cooked and clean and everything. I thought he said he was going to reduce grocery prices. The lies they tell.
I'm sitting here in my car, extremely overwhelmed and defeated, feeling about how expensive it is to feed your family as clean as possible. And I just want to know, where are my crunchy families? And what does y'all's budget look like for food? Or how are y'all saving money in that area? Because something has changed. I just went to Aldi, and honestly, I'm gonna make another video about that.
And yes, grocery prices. What can we say about grocery prices? We are all suffering for the same thing. We just go to the store, and it seems like it's non-stopping raise prices of groceries. It's like last week I went to buy cereal and it's just $3.20. Next week I go and buy cereal, and the same cereal, same amount of cereal, it costs $5. It's just crazy. It's ridiculous. This got to stop, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna stop in any time soon. We're still gonna have high prices of groceries. We just only need to prepare ourselves and do our best for we can just keep our grocery prices or budget low.
Did you know that groceries in Virginia are now more expensive than ever, and nearly half of all Virginians are putting themselves into debt just to put food on the table? And according to Virginia Dogwood, the Food at Home Index last month had the largest jump since 2022, and many families are now borrowing money in order to feed their kids. And as a result, food bank demands in Virginia are now higher than ever, especially in places like Charlottesville and even Northern Virginia. And at one Northern Virginia food bank, they had roughly 50,000 visitors this past year, and that number is expected to grow to 60,000 next year. And it's not just families as well, since local farmers are also hurting. The Trump administration cut roughly $1 billion from the federal food program, of which $500 million was used by the state to purchase produce as well as meat from farmers. And with that money gone, this means that families can't afford food and farmers can't sell it. And now Virginia leaders like Abigail Spanberger is making affordability her top priority. And she's even rolling out a detailed plan to lower everyday cost, and many people are voting for her early. So what do you think? Do you think grocery bills are simply way too high? And if you want to see the full reporting, make sure to check out Virginia Dogwood.
The price for 1 pound of ground beef is now more than the federal minimum wage, guys. How crazy is this? And how far are they going to let these grocery prices get before they realize that regular people can just not afford this crap? Right now, let's do a comparison. Let's use a couple big chains at where I live. I'm on the West Coast. So we've got Albertsons, we've got Vons, we've got Stater Brothers, which I think is kind of a West Coast thing. All of those are about twice the price of an Aldi, a Walmart, a Winco, a Safeco, or a Heb, or a Food for Less if you have that. So I will tell you that of all the places that I'm shopping right now, Aldi happens to be my favorite. And no, they don't have everything. And Aldi is the great value brand at Walmart. That's all they have in the whole store is the Aldi brand. So there's not as much selection, but I like a lot of the stuff that they have there. So I did a price comparison out here. Stater Brothers, which is down the street from me, has amazing butcher department. The meat department is great. So I went and bought my weekly groceries there, $240.
The price of groceries are absolutely leveling me. I know they must be leveling you. I'm going to go through some of the things that I buy right now and compare them to the ad from a year ago. First up, olive oil, Star brand. Next up is coffee, okay? We got our Starbucks coffee. This is $8.99. $8.99. I forgot to do the price on the olive oil. It's $12.99 for olive oil. Coconut sugar. Coconut sugar is $4.99. I love coconut sugar. It's a nice healthy alternative-ish. Dog treats. The price of dog treats are killing me. But if you've got a good dog, you gotta give it treats. Here, these are my favorite dog treats because you can fit them in the little Kong balls. These are now $5.49, okay? Those were not that expensive a year ago. Ground beef. I go with Laura's ground beef. $10.99. Finally, jerky. I love me a good jerky. Jack Link's, $12.99. One thing I'll tell you for sure, the price of things that are absolute fucking garbage, like energy drinks and donuts and the shittiest of protein bars like the Power Crunches, those prices haven't changed that much. Do you know why? Because they love poisoning you for cheap, and that will never change.
You know, I came to the grocery and there was hardly anybody here, so I thought maybe a bunch of people got raptured. But then I realized that everybody's so damn broke from all this great cheap stuff for these cheap groceries that they just aren't here. So I guess I understand why those people wanted to be raptured. I mean, let's just be honest about it. They probably wanted to be a way out from this crap that they have, because at the end of the day, if House, Senate, presidency, Supreme Court, most of the legislatures and most of the governors, if they can't make these groceries cheaper, then the simple fact is it's on them. They didn't do the things that were necessary to get this done. So yeah, no rapture. Still a bunch of heartache. Peace, y'all.
You gonna sit there and try to tell me you paid $79 for what you got in your damn car right there? Shit. I'll tell you right now, you go down to my local grocery store where I live, that right there would cost you $2.04 for everything you got in that buggy right there. Well, I mean, look what the hell you got right there. Sugar? Sugar. No damn wonder, it's sugar. If you're gonna buy all damn name brand, you can expect us to pay $78 for 4 items. God almighty, won't you go? You too good to eat the damn store-bought brand? Huh? Great value's just as good. Tell you right now where I live, you can go down to the damn store right now and get you a dozen damn eggs for $1.04. No, I'm not lying. Swear. Jimmy Dean sausage. No damn wonder. Fuck. My mama was at the store the other day. Our local grocery store, we've got 17 within a 5-mile radius of us, and my mama was there. She said that her cousin's brother, twice removed, was there, and he got a gallon of milk for 48 cents. So you're going to sit here and tell me that you got those 4 items in there: milk, eggs, Jimmy Dean bacon, which right there's your problem. Name brand. Hello, great value.
I just got back into town, and this morning I went grocery shopping because I didn't have anything in the house. So as I was grabbing eggs, and I was grabbing milk, and I was grabbing chicken for my prep cook, I realized this was really adding up. By the time I got to the register, it was a lot more than I was expecting to spend, but that seems to be the norm. So I actually looked it up this morning. This was the best graphic I could find for groceries over the last year, and it's published in Portland, but the numbers are apparently pretty consistent nationwide. So food is up about 3%, meat, poultry, fish, and eggs, things I bought this morning, are up over 5.5%, so we're paying a lot more at the grocery store. It made me start to think about the classic campaign ad where people get out and they shake their fist and they talk about what they're going to do and they demand a change and then get into office and don't really do anything. Well,
let's look at the numbers and don't be gaslighted. We need new leadership, and we need it now. We need new people at the helm.
that was Winsome Sears, who was running for office 4 years ago and demanding that we needed new leadership because the price of groceries was just too high. Well, guess what? 4 years after she's been in office and she's now running for governor, the price of groceries are even higher. Not only that, almost half of Virginians are relying on some sort of food assistance, on SNAP benefits, on free school lunches, or on food banks because they don't have enough to pay for groceries. And yet she's actually running for office again saying, I'm going to make this better. I'm going to fix the thing that I made worse the first time. And don't forget that under her tenure, there's been a huge cut to SNAP benefits. So those half of Virginia families that rely on that assistance literally may go hungry.
When MAGA loses Fox News, you know they're fucked.
Our costs are going to continue to go up because affordability is a big issue for American consumers. I was just at the grocery store this morning. There were 2 steaks. Yeah. It was $33 for 2 steaks at the grocery store. And these weren't fancy steaks. They were just $32.
I gotta say, in a world where grocery prices keep going up and life is so fucking unaffordable, I saw this press release. Here in Atlanta, the first Municipal grocery store opened. And if you don't know what a Municipal grocery store is, here's Zoran Mamdani from New York telling us what it is.
Grocery prices are out of control. Some stores are even using dynamic pricing, jacking up the cost over the course of a day depending on what they can get away with. It doesn't need to be this way. I'm Zohran Mamdani, and as mayor, I will create a network of city-owned grocery stores. It's like a public option for produce.
Basically, city-owned grocery stores that could be put in a place where there could be food deserts and also in places where they can revitalize the economy of those areas. As a matter of fact, the municipal-owned grocery store in Atlanta is slated to serve more than 5,500 people per month and is estimated to have a total economic impact of $6 million a year for that community. So I decided to pull up to the Azalea Fresh Market here in Atlanta to see exactly what it was giving. This is a municipal-owned grocery store. They get a bad rap, but what does it look like on the inside? Is it clean? Do you have good produce? Do you have fresh food? You judge for yourself. I was there and I can tell you that everything was fresh. Now the question was, are the prices pricing the way that they need the motherfucking price? I just don't know where you'll pay $1.85 for a quarter of milk. If you don't drink fat-free, you can get the whole fat milk for $2.39 or 2% for $2.19. When we talk about necessities, we also talk about bread. I don't know where you're gonna find $1.95 for bread. And it's not just a grocery store that you can get fresh food for low prices. As a matter of fact, it's 2 floors. On the second floor, there is a seating area where you can sit down and actually enjoy an array of delicious prepared food, hand-rolled sushi from Atlanta's High Roller Sushi, and an in-store coffee shop by locally owned Dope Coffee. Municipal-owned grocery stores for the motherfucking win.
So I do have a degree in business administration. With that being said, I know a lot of people who work in retail, managers, owners, things like that. And they're saying that the last couple trucks are coming in from China. So they're going to be things like beans, rice. It's not, no, I don't know how much it's going to affect, places like Walmart, CVS, stuff like that. But there are going to be shortages. They said there's going to be empty shelves at stores. I don't know how bad it is going to be, but they are suggesting, that people start stocking up on shit. Medical supplies, things like that.
No surprise if you're a grocery shopper in your household that the cost of groceries continue to go up. So I've been talking with grocery experts, industry analysts who are watching this and looking at the government data just as we are. And they say there's 3 main factors for what's happening to your groceries and why you're paying more at the checkout. It's labor costs, it's tariffs, and it's climate. In fact, if you take a look at coffee prices overall, coffee, for example, up 20% compared to a year ago, up more than 20%, in fact. And we're also seeing this across imported produce and other places. And so I wanted to know, okay, what happens next? Does it get better? Does it get worse? Does it stay the same? When can we expect prices to stabilize? And experts say, so long as there's a labor shortage and tariffs stay in play, you can expect your grocery bill to continue to get a bit more expensive.
So this is $90 worth of groceries, and I just feel some type of way. I did get some cookies. I got Smart Food Edam's cookies because they were on sale. I like to get these Honest Kids because it's just low sugar and it's like a little bit sweet drink. Orange juice. I love this cherry limeade juice. This is great for mixers if you like jam. Butter, steel cut oats, almond milk, Greek yogurt, beef kielbasa, some cheese, these fucked up ass English muffins. It literally looked like a mouse was inside. Milano cookies. So I did get some bad treats. This is my bad stuff. And the Smart Food is like kind of bad, but not really. I got other proteins, ground turkey breast, some salmon, black beans, 2 of these, some paper towels. Also got some toilet paper, 2 gallons of water, and Spindrift. So quite a few drinks. I drink a lot of different waters. And that's it. And I just feel like it should be more food than this. And I just feel like it should be more food than this for $90. I don't know.
How is this $150? $150, and the only meat is the bacon.
$17.33. That's how much I paid today for this coffee. I'm here and I'm just adding some numbers together and doing my budget because you know what? Today I asked my husband, where's the money? We're making the best we've ever made. Both earners, both incomes, good incomes and everything. And we don't have money. We're living paycheck to paycheck basically. So I put the numbers together and I decided to look at my budget. On June the 2nd, 2023, and I'm going to try to insert somewhere here the photo I took a shot of, how much I paid for it. On June the 2nd, 2023, the same exact coffee was $9.92. It's almost doubled in 2 years. Of course, my salary hasn't doubled. My income has not doubled. It went up a little bit, but certainly nowhere near that. And I don't know where my money goes. Every month, I'm struggling.
Wow, and this is crazy. It blows my mind every time that they share something when they just have the price from before and the price for right now. When people show the receipts, okay, I think it's insane. Okay, when they just show the receipt, it used to cost this much and now it costs this much. It is just crazy. It is just crazy, and it just keep raising up. Nobody's gonna stop it. Okay, oh, this is crazy.
Show y'all what inflation look like. Let me show y'all what I bought from the grocery store. It costed me $52, and it's not even nothing. Hold on, let me turn this damn camera around. Grocery is so fucking high. I'm just trying to make some spaghetti and stuff like that for my family for the holidays today, and I had to go get a few appliances. Let me turn this camera around and let y'all show what it is. Okay, I got a few bell pepper, onions, and stuff like that. You know, the little vegetables to go in the little stuff like that. That's that. Then I got some, the little sauces and stuff. I'm finna make some some beans, stuff for my family and stuff like that. Then I got the bread, a few little juices that I like to drink. That's right there. Then the hamburger meat and some little bratwurst to put on there that I'm finna put on the grill. And these noodles right here. And those two juices, okay? That's all I got, right? Hold on. You see what it cost me? Hold on, I'm gonna show you the receipt. If you can read that, zoom in and see. If you can't, it says $53. You see what that says? Groceries is too goddamn high, and that ain't even enough. That's almost $100, and that ain't even filling my refrigerator up. That's just for a meal for today, okay? That is fucking ridiculous. Just for a meal for today, just to feed them, just to say I want to fix spaghetti, some baked beans, and a few bratwurst and throw it on the grill. And I got some noodles because the kids love noodles, and I got a juice and a milk because they like to eat their cereal and stuff like that, and some hot dog buns. And it cost me $53. Back in the day, that shit would have cost me probably like $30, $20-30. Like, boy, this shit is ridiculous, boy. I don't know what people, okay, they're spending with real cash. I don't get EBT or nothing like that. They're spending with real cash. So people with spending with real cash know where I'm coming from. That shit ridiculous, boy. Just imagine I'm feeding a family of 5, so you spending $700-800 just at the store in cash just to feed them for the month. Make that be real. Just saying. Shit need to change about this grocery price. This shit is ridiculous, just being honest.
Okay, I just got done with Walmart. If you saw my video just a little bit ago about how much I spent for just 29 items, I had to use my credit card because I couldn't afford it. I'm a single mom. Come on, people. Trump, everybody, lower the grocery bills. We gotta eat. We gotta feed our kids. Come on, really take this seriously. Trump, the administration, anybody listening, please lower the grocery bills. We can hardly afford this stuff anymore. Thank you and bye. This is my rant for the day of Saturday.
Grocery prices have tripled in the last 5 years, but your wages sure as hell haven't. So what are average Americans to do? Well, in this video, I'm gonna go over the best places that I think people can get groceries right now and what I have done to try to mitigate this for me and my family. So first of all, we just plain eat out way less than we used to because it's gotten crazy. If my girl and I go out and have like a nice dinner date, like, parents' date, and we get a couple of meals, maybe share an appetizer and get 2 or 3 drinks apiece, That's always where we live, at least $120. It's nuts to try to go out. So people have got to eat at home now. If you've got a couple little local spots that are not that bad, props to you. I give full credit if you found some good spots, or if you just live in a place that's cheaper. But I'll tell you that I used to spend about $85 a week on groceries for a family of 4. Now, if I continue to go to my regular stores around me, which are like Albertsons, Vaughn's, Ralph's, Stater Brothers, those are the normal ones that are close to me, that grocery bill is about $225 a week, which is insane. Now, when this started to happen a couple of years ago, I started to look around. First, I went to Walmart. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I know Walmart maybe has the cheapest groceries nationwide as far as people being able to get stuff everywhere. I just don't like it. I don't like it. The stores feel dirty. The employees look so unhappy. It's such a miserable experience to go in there. I just try not to go if I can help it at all. Now, the Great Value brand that Walmart has is usually the cheapest way to get anything. They have Great Value ham, Great Value cookies, Great Value soda. It's going to be always like 20% cheaper than whatever the, Oreos or Coke or whatever the Doritos or whatever the store brand of that is. The Great Value brand will always be about 20% cheaper. It's designed that way. But now stores have started to use that model and only offer their own store brand. And where I went, I don't have Heb where I'm at. I do have Food for Less. We do have some grocery outlet. But the biggest one that is huge on the coast right now for us is Aldi. Aldi is so cheap. It's actually cheaper than Walmart in comparison. And Aldi is started to go nationwide. If you have one within a half hour of you anywhere, go. It is worth the trip. Now, I'll give full transparency. I didn't like Aldi the first 2 times I went. I will tell you, Aldi is different than what you're used to. If you don't know, the same family owns Aldi and Trader Joe's. One brother runs each. Aldi is like a German-style grocery store in America. What does that mean? Things are different there. First of all, they only have the Aldi brand product of everything for the most part. So they have Aldi cheese, Aldi bacon, Aldi cookies, Aldi bread, etc. So it's like the Great Value brand at Walmart, but that's all they have in the store. So they have limited product, which means they have limited cost, and they don't have to worry about markup because they're not selling other companies' brands. Where else do we have that? Places like In-N-Out have a very limited menu. They're cheaper than all the other fast foods. Same concept. What else does Aldi do well? They don't do cart return. So cart return has a couple of costs. Number one, you have to have the little dude or the little lady run around out there and pick up all the carts, right? You also have to have a designated lane for the carts. Aldi doesn't have that. They have a coin system. So you have to bring your own quarter, which you get back. You put it in the coin slot. It unlocks the chain and lets you take the cart. So you go and you get your groceries. And then if you're going to get your quarter back, which you always want to do, because if you're going to come back to Aldi, you still have to have the quarter. And let's be honest, not all of us have quarters sitting around everywhere anymore. People generally don't have a lot of cash. It's mostly card now, or your phone. So you want to get your quarter back, so you take the card, you put it back yourself. It kicks out your quarter when you put it back on the latch. So that means that they don't have to have the little person out there that they pay for, and they also don't get lawsuits from carts rolling around the parking lot hitting people's cars. 2 ways to save money. Next, Aldi doesn't bag your groceries. They have bags, they have free paper bags, or they have the nice big plastic bags with handles that are $1 each. So you go and you get your 3 or 4 plastic bags, it's $4, and you put all your groceries in it. So you get to the end of the line, they ring you up and you take your own groceries, and they have a ledge over there where you put all the groceries and put them in bags, and you can walk out with your cart. So they save that person as well. Aldi also generally runs on a 3-person model. There's 2 tills open and there's 1 person roving the store, stocking the shelves. This is why I didn't like Aldi at first. At first, when I went, the very first 2 times, the Aldi store that I happened to go to, which was very busy, was filthy. Not filthy like dirty, like there was packages, half open boxes, half full shelves everywhere, because they must have been short staffed that day, didn't have maybe one of the 3 people that they normally have, or they're just really busy, got shipments, whatever. But there was crap everywhere, and I walked out once when I just went to try it, and then I went back again and I still just didn't like it. Then grocery prices, it was like a year before I did that. And I'd made a video about Aldi right when I started making videos 2 years ago. And I told everybody what a disgusting experience it was. People came for me like I couldn't believe in the comments. Like half the people were like, I've had a similar experience, like it was a bad experience going to Aldi, and half the people were like, it's the best store ever, I don't know what you're talking about, it's super clean, no problems ever. And I was like, maybe it was just the local one that I went to. So I went one that was about 7 minutes further from my house. I decided I'm going to go back and try this one more time, a third time. That's how cheap it was compared to a regular grocery store that I was willing to do this. But when you're spending $225 a week on groceries, like you start to like think, gosh, what else can I do? So I went to this one. It was super clean, super nice. That's the one that we shop at now. A few more minutes, not a big deal. And they have amazing cheese because it's a European company. They have amazing chocolate. They have amazing bacon and butter. And all of the prices. So I can walk out of Aldi for between $110 and $117 a week for all my regular groceries. Now, full transparency, the one thing they don't have a great is a meat selection because it's all like the meat is packaged. There's no beef counter, like there's no cutting counter or anything like that. It comes to the store like that. So the meat hasn't been the greatest that I've ever had, but everything else in the store is pretty darn stand up. And they also, for those of you that are into fitness, have a skim milk that has 14 grams of protein per cup. So not a bad deal if you're interested in that. But I will just tell you that Aldi is an amazing way to do it. Not only that, a little trick about Aldi, you can pay $2 more through Instacart. They'll bag your groceries and bring it out to your car for you. $2. It's not bad. I just pull open my truck after I order online, and it's not even a great ordering system. I have to do it on my computer. I can't even do it on my phone half the time. So I do it on my computer. I get my cart done. I just pull in there. They just drop it in my truck. I drive away. $2 more. Totally worth it. So I will tell you that if you have an Aldi, do it. If not, put down in the comments where your favorite grocery store is because we all need some help right now. The inflation is bad. The economy is rough. There's not enough jobs. Tell people where they can get cheap food. Let us know so we can help each other.
And yes, and I agree with this man. Aldi can be a big way to save money in your groceries because Aldi prices are really good. Also, if you go to Pinterest, I don't know if you have Pinterest, the P, that it goes P in like an arrow, or if you have Lemon, you know, Lemon, the app, they do have like a meal planning, like a meal planning thing. Like they had like a whole meal planning where they only they had like I make groceries, or I just do groceries for $50 in Aldi. I prepare 5 meals with $50 in Aldi. I prepare 7 meals with $50 in Aldi. They do have a lot of things like that, so I would recommend you to go check Pinterest or Lemon, okay, for Aldi. If you have an Aldi close to your house, I do have an Aldi close to my house, like in maybe 15 minutes. I use Aldi, I buy Aldi. I don't recommend you in Aldi the cheap pasta. Like the cheap pasta that they have is awful. It's bad. It's as bad as can be. But everything else is really good. So you have to like try and error the things that you like and the things that you don't like. Like the guys say, the meat is not that good, but they do have like a processed meat that they have for cooking that is already like completely like for the meal. Those ones are really good too. So thank you for making it towards the end of this video. Please don't forget giving a like, comment, and subscribe. Help me to grow my channel, okay? I have a goal to make it to 1,000 subscribers. So help me, just be one of those subscribers, okay? Help me to grow my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.